We all know there is a deep-seated effort by a cabal of lefty companies and propagandists and individuals and then elected officials who are all together coordinating to be sure that they can cancel MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell, the company, the product, and everything else that he stands for because he supported the Trump campaign and more specifically voter integrity calls after the 2020 election. So it's not surprising then that quietly you're seeing regional and local stores also push to condemn and punish Mike Lindell and the company as a whole, which means the thousands of private citizens who maybe have their own politics and opinions in Minnesota, his home state, those workers are going to lose because they want the factory shut down. Well, Michigan's not standing up for that. We have a local store, and it's regional enough that you probably see it in your state. KROGER, a grocery store, it's like the third or fourth biggest. They say they've quietly taken the MyPillow product off the shelf. And surprisingly, I didn't know that KROGER even had the MyPillow product because it's a grocery store. I didn't know it sold pillows. But the lefties have also tried to punish Parler, which is why we're saying thank you to Parler today, because it's back online. It's back up and running, so you can go to parler.com. It was originally Parlay, but people didn't understand the funny little ha-ha of the parlay, the conversation, so now we call it Parler because people are too stupid, but that's all fine. Go to Parler, you'll see this story. It says Michigan residents standing up together in freezing cold weather to protest KROGER for joining the corporate bullies attempting to punish MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell. So this is from Patty McMurray. Yesterday she wrote in the evening a story on Saturday. As you'll see, this is a story that's near and dear to my heart here in Michigan. Say Michigan residents came together over the weekend to stand against the popular Michigan grocery chain, KROGER, after they decided to join together with the other corporate bullies and stop carrying the popular MyPillow product. Right? So it's weird enough. It'd be one thing if it were like a kind of a crappy pillow that people didn't like, that wasn't wildly popular across the country. Maybe people want to say it's only popular because of the politics, but I think it's the other way around. I think it's able to affect politics because the pillow is so popular. The pillar is so popular. They say the MyPillow CEO, Mike Lindell, has been battered by Democratic lawmakers, the Democrat Party mainstream media, big tech bullies who censor conservatives on social media, and at least 18 stores who removed the products from their shelves and online stores over his refusal to back down on the assertion that he can prove with absolute proof, undeniable proof, that he claims the November election was stolen. So Phil O'Halloran, he is the leader of the protest there in Michigan. He says Phil O'Halloran, who helped to organize the event, stood with a large group of citizens in front of the KROGER store in Lake Orion, Michigan. I know people are going to immediately say, that's Orion. It's just like the Orion's belt. Not in Michigan. They pronounce it Lake Orion, Michigan, holding signs to show their support for Mike Lindell and his right to free speech, calling KROGER a communist company over their decision to drop the MyPillow line from their stores because of political speech. Right? That's why they dropped it. Not because it wasn't selling, not because he said something that was racist or xenophobic or bigoted, like Papa John's guy gets axed. No. It's not his company. It's a vendor, a distributor, a customer, a business-to-business client, nixing the relationship because of the political message that he delivered that they don't like. The temperatures on Saturday were in the single digits, and the wind chill factored in, the temperatures were well below zero. And so then you have pictures of people, and it's not just one or two, it looks like 10 to 15, maybe 20, just 10 pictured here. And then, you see more people, different signs. They say the protest was centered around our free speech rights in America that seem to be eroding, while at the same time, Democrats cheer the silencing of the opposition by large corporations and big tech bullies. So the companies will stop selling your product and distribution, and you can't talk about it because they'll censor you online. Seems like a pretty good gambit. Many, like Michigan resident Kara McAllister, braved the frigid temperatures to show their support for the patriot and Trump supporter Mike Lindell. And she has a sign that says Mike Lindell's a patriot. You've got other signs saying bring back MyPillow. Overall, Phil O'Halloran said the protest was a huge success as he felt that they were able to educate a number of KROGER customers who were unaware of the decision to help ruin the MyPillow CEO. They haven't done it yet. He can't touch MyPillow, Mike Lindell. He's at Mar-a-Lago. He's all covered. Don't worry about him. But he's been standing up for free speech and fair elections by effectively trying to cancel his product from their stores. The group handed out flyers to customers that included the explanation of how Kroger is purchasing products from China, communist China, while at the same time silencing American products here at home. The flyer includes an email and mailing address for customers to contact Kroger and let them know how their customers feel about this decision. And then check out the flyer, it's pretty sweet. It says, "Dear Lake Orion or Oxford neighbor, did you know that the Kroger company has yanked entrepreneur Mike Lindell's MyPillow from its inventory because of his political views? If you're wondering how this can happen in an American-founded free speech, read on. It's what's called cancel." They go on from there. So you can see it's a decent little flyer. Why would any business in their right mind want to alienate customers by removing the American-made MyPillow products owned by the popular Mike Lindell? One word, politics. And they have it there. They're going to go on to tell you that Mike has come from a hard life. Former crack addict, alcoholic, he's become a successful and courageous example of compassion for his fellow man since he has made the decision to give up the lifestyle and become the entrepreneur that he is. He's employing, I believe it's like 2,500 people in Minnesota that work at his shops. Maybe that's not correct. But the factories are giant. Thousands of people are employed within the distribution itself of the product. So you can't argue that. Because he was outspoken and supported Donald Trump, he's being canceled, they say. I don't see it happening, but you can see Kroger, not exactly the frontline force for good in the world anyways. They want to say they are, but this is from 2018. Kroger had a feel-good ban on plastic bags. Only the problem was Denmark's EPA did a giant study on these little thin plastic bags that they had already been using and said, these bags are the best and most environmentally safe and friendly thing we can do because we can reuse them, they're easily recycled, and if you do throw them away, they're so next to weightless, it's virtually nothing going into a flattened landfill. That is what the Denmark EPA says right here. That's their study, already read through it. But those terrible, awful, lightweight, disposable bags that Kroger plans to ban had the lowest environmental impact of nearly a dozen reusable alternatives. Most cases, those were other bags. So when they say you can bring your reusable bag into Kroger and that's how you'll save the environment, wrong. Making those bags was worse than 10,000 of those stupid little plastic bags. That is what that sign says. 84 times as dangerous to the environment on a single use. But don't worry, Kroger has not stopped there. This year for Kroger, they want you to know that they are going to celebrate Black History Month. Not by making sure that they know that the black community is welcome at their stores or that they want people to have discounts if they are mixed race. That would be discriminatory. Instead, they are simply highlighting and spotlighting the products owned by black people or that are geared towards black people. And that last piece, you would think, would come off discriminatory or racist because you'd have to assume that a certain stereotype people, so one subset of the population, a genre of skin tone, if you will, would then need certain products only and that no one else would use them, and so you're stereotyping. But that's okay because you're doing it for good, you say. Okay, Kroger. So shea butter, coconut oil, African black soap. These are things that they're putting on display. Oh, bamboo products. That's good. That doesn't say anything at all. Let's see the vendors. Michelle Foods, because Aunt Jemima was racist, but Aunt Jemima was deceased. This person, Michelle Foods, when she goes, Michelle Hoskins, I wonder what they'll do to her logo. Probably replace it with like a Pearl Creek Milling Company or something stupid that is inherently white in its name. Yeesh. How about Larry W. Lee, Andy's Seasoning Company? He's black, so they're going to put him on the front. This is all fine, by the way. No one has a problem with you showing, hey, we've always sold these products made by black companies. But have you always sold them? That would be interesting to know. Is this brand new offerings to try to gain some support? You're losing bigger support here, I think, just in general, by taking out American companies that you don't agree with politically, but you're adding companies that you agree with racially. It's just weird. It's just strange. Can you be consistent, Kroger? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel. It really does help on all of the platforms because that's where we're going to be growing the biggest. And then do everything else that you can do to shop smart, shop your conscience, and keep America afloat.